congratulations on your 150th appearance for Talking United.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a great achievement for me personally to get that sort of number of appearances for my hometown club. I can remember when I was a little boy coming as a season ticket holder to these games, and I was one of those kids on the sideline waiting for autographs and stuff, and now it's me on the other side. So yeah, it's a good achievement for me.
It is a great achievement. Not always the happiest of times for you at the club. We may as well talk about that a little bit, because that's part of the whole journey, isn't it? To getting where you were to where you are now.
Yeah, I mean, it's made me grow as a man. I've had those experiences. I've had the good ones and the bad ones. But to see the turnaround of the club, and not just me, but every aspect of the club has completely flipped, and it's a proper club now.
So let's talk about the kind of time where it all flipped for yourself. Kind of last season, scoring so many goals. Tell us about the change.
Yeah, I mean, the change will obviously be with the new gaffer coming in. That's no disrespect to the previous gaffers, because they back me fully and they play me week in, week out, wherever it was on the pitch, and that's why I've got the 150 appearances. So it'll be little things from old managers, but the main focal point for me was when the new gaffer came in, and I remember he said, change your thoughts and it will change your world, and just said to me, like, not everyone's against you and stuff, and told me where to be, and not where to be on the pitch, but just told me to be at the end of the move, rather than keep trying to get involved in the game. And that's really stuck with me, really. I know it's not the gaffer out on the pitch doing scoring the goals, but he's a massive part of why I'm getting the goals I am.
And did it take a change? Because obviously in the early days you were played wide on the wing, as it were. You always were a striker. Mm-hmm. That's where you were put last season. That's where you're happiest.
Yeah, that's where I'm happiest. But when I first come here, I was a young lad, and I was on loan, and I'd play wherever the manager wants me to play. I would try and do my best for the team there. I have been a striker, always have been. I know what I'm good at, and I think the whole of Playmore will tell you that I'm probably not the best of wingers, but I like to think that now that they've seen me in my natural position, that they know what I can do.
Last season, you're playing up front. The team's playing really well. The change in you must have been massive.
Yeah, I mean, I've played with so many players in this dressing room, and what's different from the rest is I feel like these lads are really hungry to be successful, and even the older lads that are in here, they are still hungry for success as well. We got great leaders in the dressing room, along with youth and players that want to improve. They want to listen to the gaffer, and I think that's what's the difference, is why we did so well last season, is because we knew what we could do. We just weren't doing it, and when it started all clicking together, then we played some brilliant football, and we've come into this league now, and we've shown glimpses of it, but we just need to get a little bit of game management in our game, and I think we'll do well.
As a striker, the most difficult position on the pitch, I think you'd agree. The responsibility is on you to a great extent to score the goals, as well as everyone else, of course. Is that something you like?
Yeah, it's not something I think of a lot. I don't really think of it as a big responsibility on my shoulders. I just think the lads around me have been brilliant, and for instance, in the last couple of games, Connor's been up front and he's been brilliant up there in his work rate, and obviously we had Sakes last year, and we've got Dukes up there as well now. So the lads alongside me have been just as good as well. I don't think just because I got the goals that should be the main highlight, but the lads around me have been brilliant as well.
That's concentrating this season. It's been a pretty good start. Possibly not as good as we wanted it to be, but this season you've started really well. The team has looked really good in a lot of moments, and as you say, where's the consistency going to come from? We're pushing towards that kind of thing, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we need to be consistent throughout the games. We need to have 90 minutes of showing what we can do. Like me, I need to be involved in the game for 90 minutes, not in little spells. But we've shown little glimpses of what we can do from last year, and we've got the main core of the squad with a few additions, and they've settled in really well. And we've just passed the 10-game mark, and I think you'll start to see a nice little bit of gel and cohesion with the team, and getting more points on the board and pushing up towards that top spot.
Tell us about you in and around the box, because you've scored all sorts of goals this season.
Mm-hmm.
Showed a lot of different characteristics as a striker.
Mm-hmm.
That must be satisfying as well.
Yeah, I mean, I scored the header that I wanted to score. But no, when I get it in and around the box, I just try to have a quick touch and finish. Not really too much thought goes into it. Still think my hold-up play needs to improve. Backing into defenders and winning my headers and stuff like that. I'm not the type of striker that's gonna always score loads of headers, but that's something that I wanna do more of, because if I can score the ones from 5 yards, then that will get me another 8 to 10 goals a season. So if I can just work on that, then I'll see an improvement in my game.
And what's been your favourite kind of goal last season, if you can remember that, or this season so far?
Well, from last season, I'd say my favourite goal was the Concord game. I think that was probably my favourite goal. That one, or the Woking away, I enjoyed that one. And this season would probably be the header, I think, because I'd been waiting. I think it was like something like 35 goals later, and then I've got my first header in my career, I think. So yeah, that one was one that I wanted.
150 appearances, hopefully there's many more to come. Tell us about what we're looking forward to and how we're going to hopefully progress this season.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to pushing up the table, and with this team we're friends as well, because we're a tight-knit group, and we had a promotion last year, and that will last with us forever. And there's a lot of young people in this team, so of course there's going to be mistakes on the way, because we're all still learning the game. But I think with the backroom staff we got, and from everyone in the building really, to on the pitch, to the fans, the whole club really is bigger than where we are. So I think we just need to keep learning and listening to the ones that are telling us what to do, and believing in each other really, and we can do what we want to do.
Some really good positions. Lovely turn by Reid. Real quality. Ruthless Reid does it again for the goals.